Hi, it's Terry from No Crumbs Left, and I'm in the kitchen today cooking up this spectacular pot roast that you're gonna absolutely love, and I'm doing it with fond bone broth beef, which is amazing and its own magic elixir. Let's go. Today I'm gonna teach you how to make a spin on my mother's Bavarian pot roast. By the way, she didn't make many things, but this was something she made and we updated it and got a great spin. I love beef broth and it's always a fortune to make it. So I'm so excited when Fond came out with their neat new bone broth that's beef, and we're gonna be using it. Goes into this beauty. First of all, there's a recipe and you're gonna get there, but we're gonna do coconut sugar, cinnamon, bay leaf, ginger, tomato, a gluten-free beer, some other fabulous things, including a mirepoix, and we're gonna cook plenty of potatoes. We met a butcher at Whole Foods who used to be a chef, and that is the best, is find people like that because they have a lot to teach you. And look what he did. He cut this beautiful piece of meat for us. Happy to have my new rondo pan because it's perfect for this. And what we're gonna do now, got it on medium, got some oil in here. We're gonna sear it on all of the sides and it's gonna be spectacular. I patted it dry first and I didn't, but anyway, there it is. We're gonna just do it. It'll take shorter on the next side. And you just kind of wanna brown it and then we do the next thing. Takes a little bit of maneuvering, but let's do the sides. Just for like a minute or two. One of my favorite things to do is take a little taste. That's what you get for being the cook. Here we go. We're gonna do the carrots, the celery, and the onion. Some people call that the Holy Trinity. And that is something delicious. Took everything out, the beef, and then this beautiful fat that the beef was cooked in. I put a mirepoix, which is carrots, onion, and celery, and it's gonna be the basis for deliciousness. What I'm gonna do is, this is the beef one with like the cinnamon and things like that, which I think sounds really nice. I'm gonna try that. That's very nice. And then I'm also gonna try the one with tomato, garlic, and thyme, which I think would also be nice with this. Tomato, thyme, and garlic, and let's just kind of get all those lovely juices. I'm gonna stick the entire thing in and give it a stir. Got the water, which we have, and we're gonna put the spices and the sugar, everything together with the vinegar, and just kind of start creating our beautiful sauce. Simmered that just because that broth went in cold. I blended it. Here's the bay leaf. I'm gonna stick beef right back in here, and then I've got some things to add. I'm gonna add a beer, and you're gonna need as much liquid, sort of, it depends on your pan. I have a very big pan here, and I went with a bigger piece of meat. Here's the most important thing I'm gonna say. Beef juices that came from the resting beef. Oh yeah, people, let's get that in there. Gluten-free girl, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. I've added some of the potatoes because it cut small, because in the end I'm gonna wanna thicken this a bit, and this is gonna be a very natural and delicious way to do it. Parchment paper, and I'm just gonna kind of put it in here, right on top of this, just to help cook this evenly and deliciously, and we're gonna put the cover on and put it in the oven. Then in my Viking oven, and it's just gonna cook away, and we'll check it in a bit. So I wanna see what this looks like. Oh, this is lovely, and I'm gonna flip it because I know when braising this liquid and everything being covered is really important. So I'm covered it and it's going back in the oven. 2.5 hours, and what I'm gonna do is stick these potatoes and these carrots in, which is why I did this giant pan, and we're gonna put it back in and cover it. Take this now and we're gonna bring it over here, and we gotta cover it because you don't want that to dry out. And while we're doing that, let's cover that up so it doesn't get dry, and let's reduce this lovely pot and sauce and potatoes a little more liquid. But whoever doesn't have enough gravy, I don't know who those people are who have enough gravy. I'm not one of them. Taking the big pieces of carrots and potatoes out of here because I really want to reduce this sauce. And then the mirepoix and the potatoes that are in here are going to be the natural thickener. What I did was blended that. You can either have a second person help you tilt the pan and do a stick blender, or pour it into your Vitamix. Whatever you do, please be careful. Now I'm going to put this back in. Let's cover it with the lovely sauce, and then any beef drippings let's add, and we're just about ready to eat. I'm putting this in a Fred bowl only because I want to eat so much more than I'm supposed to. And look at this gravy. I am so delighted by it. And it's a lot of gravy, and isn't it nice that we just thickened it naturally with potato? How great does that look? I love how we thickened the gravy up. I can't wait to try it. Beef stock, beef broth, is a magic elixir, and that Fond is doing it this way. I'm like beyond excited about it. So definitely swipe up and get cooking and let us know what you think.